Students, let's start today's session. In this session, we are starting the next topic, Java Basic Programming. And in this video, we will see how to write a simple program, how to display any message or values on screen through Java program, and the introduction to BlueJ. So let's begin. Which statement we use to display on the screen? Okay, the statement which we use to display anything on the screen is system.out.println, and these are the following examples. To print a message, we use system.out.println and the message within double quotes. So output will be hello students. So to display any message on the screen, we write the message within double quotes. And to print any number, we simply write a number within these braces. The system.out.println and the number. The output will be 450. Next is to print the value of variable. For example, sum is a variable and the value of sum is 100. Suppose sum equals to 100. Then if you write system.out.println sum, then the output will be its value, and that is 100. So 100 will be displayed. To print a variable together with an appropriate message. So this is the example when you want to print a value of variable along with the message. So first you will write the message. For example, result is within double quotes and then plus sign. Plus sign concatenates the string. Concatenate means combine. So result is within double quotes, then plus sign and the name of variable. And name of variable will not be within double quote. This will be without double quote. Then only the value will be displayed. If I put double quotes over here, sum, then the output will be result is sum. But we want its value. So for value, we will not include double quotes within sum. To print the sum of two numbers, if you want to print the sum of two numbers, system.out.println 20 plus 30. You simply write two number with plus sign. So it will print 50. Such type of questions can come in objectives. Suppose system.out.println, any message is given, any number is given, you need to tell its output. So such type of questions can come. Okay, it will print 50. Next is system.out.println result is 20 plus 30. If this is the statement, what will be output? See, very important it is. See, if you write only 20 plus 30, then it will add and print 50. But if you write these 20 plus 30 along with a string, this is string, result is, then the output will be result is 2030. This is the output. Result is 2030, not 50. Why? Because whatever you write after the string, that will be considered as a string. So 20 and 30 will become string. These will no longer remain numbers. So string will always be concatenated. String will never be added. Fine. So the value, these will be combined. These will not be added because these are after the string result is, and this is without string. So the display is result is 2030. Why? Because any number that comes after a string is also converted to string, and strings get concatenated, not added. Fine, I hope it is clear. Next is, if you write system.out.println result is 10 plus 20 within bracket. Here it was without braces. Here it is within braces. So the first innermost bracket is solved. So 10 plus 20 will become 30 and the output will be result is 30. Fine. This is the difference between this statement and this statement. So result is 30 because the innermost bracket is solved first. Sorry. And the sum is 30 which is then converted to string as it comes after string. I hope it is clear. Now, to display anything on screen, we use system.out.println, but we can also use system.out.print. So, in case of system.out.print, the line does not change after printing the values inside the bracket, which means if there is one more print statement, it will be printed on the same line as the previous output. Now here we are telling the difference between print and println. When you use print, the line does not change after printing the values. Like system.out.print hello and system.out.print student. So when this statement will be executed, so it will print hello. Then the cursor will remain here. Cursor will not come to the next line. Fine. In case of print, after displaying the message, cursor will remain on the same line. Then the next line will be executed, system.out student. The students will be displayed on the same line. Fine. And the cursor will again remain here because here we have used print. So this is the difference. And in case of println, it will display the message and the cursor will come to the next line. Let's see. In case of system.out.println, the line changes every time the content has been printed, which means if there is one more print statement, the output for each will be printed on different lines. Let's understand with the help of this example. System.out.println hello. So hello will be displayed as we have used ln here. So cursor will come to the next line. Okay. Now the next statement is system.out.println student. So students will be displayed and again the cursor will come to the next line. So this is the difference between system.out.println and system.out.print. I hope the difference is clear. Okay. See, I've taken one example. Now you will tell me what is the output of this. System.out.println India. Here I have used ln. Then system. So first it will print India and the cursor will come to the next line. Then system.out.print is will be displayed and cursor will remain there. Next line, system.out.println a. So a will be printed just next to is because here the cursor will remain on the same line. But after printing a, after displaying a, because of this ln, cursor will come to the next line. So it will come to the next line. Then what will be printed? Great. Again ln is not there, the cursor will remain there. It will print in the next line great and the cursor will remain there. And the next is country. So it will display great space country. And then due to ln, cursor will come to the next line. In. It will print in and the cursor will remain there. And then it will print world. So what will be out? India is a great country in world. Fine. This type of question can also be asked in examination. Fine. Now we will see a very simple program and we will understand the parts of Java program. I have already told you, but today again we will see it. Okay, let's take a very simple program to say hello or program to display any message. So what is this? This is a comment. Then the first word is class. C will always be small letter. Fine. And in Java program, I told you two types of Java programs are there. One is application and another is applet. And we will focus only on application. Fine. So this is a application program. And every application program we make within class. So first word we will always use class. Class, then the class name. Any name you can take, but it should be relevant. Fine. Now the name, the letter of the class name, first letter of the class name will always be capital. This is mandatory. And the first letter of class will always be small. So these things you have to keep in mind. Fine. Then the open braces or bracket. This is the open bracket for class. This means you have defined the class. Which class? Hello world. Now you have started the class. Inside the class, what you are writing? You are giving a function which is the main function. Public static void main string args. Then this is the open bracket of main function. Then you have displayed a message, hello my first Java program, by using this function println. Then the main function closed. Then the class closed. Let's see its example. Okay, first is class hello world. Any program in Java begins with a class followed by the name of a class. Okay. This defines a class. This is the definition of class. Here we are defining a class. An open curly bracket, this one, denotes the beginning of class, and it should always end with the closing curly bracket, this one. Fine. Now the second is public static void main string args. Very important. This is the main method of a Java program. A program can have many methods with any name, but the main method must follow the same format. In every application program, main method will be there and the same format we will use. And there can be more than one methods of any name, but main method will always be there with the same format. Fine, no changes will be there in this main method. Okay. Any Java program will begin its execution from the main method. So when you execute your program, your execution begins from the main method only. Always remember this thing. Now the third is system.out. This we have already discussed in detail. Fine. To display the output, we give this statement system.out.println. And this one, as you already know, this is a comment, and this statement will always be ignored by compiler, and this is not a part of actual program. I hope this is clear. Introduction to BlueJ. So whatever programs we will make, we will run on BlueJ. Fine. And in the next video, I'll show you the practical how to run a Java program on BlueJ. So today we will see what is BlueJ and what are the features of BlueJ. So BlueJ is a free Java environment from Monash University, Australia. It is a window-based platform. Fine. JDK 1.5 or 1.6 needs to be installed before installing BlueJ. But up till next week, you can install BlueJ on your system if system is available. And before installing BlueJ, you can install JDK. You have to, not can. You need to be installed JDK 1.5 or 1.6. Fine. So you can install BlueJ. Keep your system ready, because from the maybe from the next class we will start the programming on BlueJ. Fine. The compilation as well as the execution of the program is comparatively easier than JDK 1.5 or 1.6 platform. See, 10 years back there was not any BlueJ. When I was student, we used to run the program only on JDK 1.5 or 1.6 or 1.1 was there. So what is the difference between BlueJ and JDK? In JDK there was DOS based platform, and we need to type everything to compile the program. We used to write javec filename.java, then for execution we used to write java filename. But nowadays we have BlueJ, we have window based platform, so we don't need to write each and every commands, because in Windows based platform you can run without typing the commands. This is the difference between. Now we use JDK 1.5 along with the BlueJ software, which provides you window based platform. I hope it is clear. So the compilation as well as the execution of the program is comparatively easier than JDK 1.5 or 1.6 platform. Fine. Debugging can also be done easily in case of BlueJ. I hope it is clear. So that's it for today. Thank you so much, and do subscribe the channel to get the latest videos at first. Thank you.